live. And we are live. Bubbles? Cat's here. Hey, this is 5amMesterScrum. It's about 10:04 at night on a Sunday night. It's kind of late. Didn't get to do it. We took a quick jolt out over last night to go camping. We weren't sure if we were going to do it or not, but we took all the gear in case an opportunity was available. We went and saw ponies. We went and saw Polo. And I'll just lost a little magical pony. I will post them up. I'll post a picture of what I'm going to describe and maybe write up something. I don't know. I might just post up the raw video because it came out pretty good. I think I got some good ones. So had the opportunity yesterday, maybe go camping. Took our friends, neighbor kid with us alongside, so she'd never been camping before. It was a good time. We had a blast. So it was fun. It's fun to get out of the city and do stuff. But why am I talking here? I'm going to tell you what I was doing. So anyway, this is 5amMester Scrum Show. It's late in the evening. It's 10 o'clock. This is our 422nd episode. And I am Greg Mester, Scrum Master and Agile Coach. And here we talk about Scrum and Agile in a practical and tactical way so that you're not working 60, 80 hours a week to bring value to your customer. Get to spend some time home with family and friends like we did this weekend and have a little fun along the way. There's no reason why you can't, right? And if you can't have fun, maybe you're not doing the right job. Sometimes you can't, but let's have fun in life, right? So what was I jibber-jabbing about before? Let's talk about getting away. We had some fun. Went away camping. See what was available, what's going on. Was going to do the show earlier, but then got a call and said, hey, we're supposed to be up here for birthday. Oh, okay, we forgot about the birthday party. So we had to go run up and do that. So I just got home just a little while ago. So I'm going to give you the things we had in the show and plus some other things that I saw. So 2 things I wrote on the title is 1, sprint like a pony. So we're going to talk about that. And that's why I had the My Little Pony Pegasus one. They're supposed to be really fast. Right, so I got the pony, and that was from going to the Polo Tournament yesterday. So that was neat watching. I enjoyed it. The kids were out doing other things, but I enjoyed watching them. And then the other one that I'm going to put up some films from camping out, doing the waterfall stuff too. And the idea was waterfall in years. So one of the things about waterfall, I noticed the difference between that and agile and doing sprinting is that only time waterfall changes is when there's a drastic shift, like a big downpour of rain and just moves rivers. Otherwise, it just does the same pace and slowly but surely digs its trench out with the waterfalls and the valleys. So we're going to talk about that a little bit. So these 2 items, Greg's like, you're talking about ponies, polo, waterfalls. How does this apply to Agile and Scrum? So I'm going to talk about that a little bit. So let's talk about the ponies first. So what I thought was neat, it's been years since I watched the ponies, and even myself, I was thinking with the polo, what did I say, water polo on horseback, and there's a club up not too far from here that does it. They charge you like $10 to go see it, so it's pretty cool. And then you picnic and watch and have fun. So what I watch, it's just like Scrum. And I'll put the video up so everybody can share it. I'll put it up on LinkedIn and kind of talk about how this looks like pony. I don't know if I'll put text in it or edit it up a little bit. We'll see. But I'll share it just because it was neat to watch. So when they throw the ball in, right, there's kind of a little mayhem going on. It's like the first day of the sprint. It's a little mayhem. No one knows what we're doing, trying to figure out where we're going, where we take the ball. And then someone gets the ball going. And then it's a sprint to the next spot. So the team tries to go there, and then they have a problem, and then they all try to figure it out. And then they figure it out, and then they knock the ball, and they sprint to the next one. And when I was watching it, to me, in my mind, my weird mind, it was kind of reminding me of a sprint in Scrum, where sprint planning day is like the beginning of the sprint, and they try to figure where they're going. And once they figure where they're going, the whole team just goes boom, and they just run as fast as they can on the horses, which is pretty cool. And then sometimes they get stuck, and then they all gravitate to try to unstuck the ball and get to where they want to go. And once they unstuck the ball, then they go off to the next one. It's kind of like that, where theoretically, a good Scrum team will help swarm on something, fix something, and move it out of the way so they can progress. So I thought that was a very good similarity to what we do in Scrum. The reason why I was thinking that is because some people are talking about Scrum, and I talked about the velocity thing, how they turn into factories, which I don't agree. I want to prevent from happening too, just like anybody else. And one of the things that I noticed during the polo tournament was they would have a horse. The horse would run like for 7 minutes. It was a lot, and you can hear. And I was telling my son, "Can you hear the horses breathing? You can hear them breathing." How I was camping. Hey, Edwin, I'll talk about that. Yeah, we'll talk about the camping. So Edwin from New Zealand, he's awake. Must be late at night, early morning, afternoon. It's your Monday, isn't it, Edwin? So they would rest their horses after every 7 minutes of I guess they call it a chucker or something like that, chucker. So they would rest. They would get new ponies and bring the new ponies out, and then they would ride those ponies. So I guess they had like 3 or 4 sets of horses for the event. But they wouldn't go all the time. It wasn't a constant thing. And that was one of the things I heard in that velocity thing, where they never get to stop. But that's not what you're supposed to do in Scrum. You're supposed to stop every time box. At the end of the time box, you relax. And I did a whole show one time about at the last day of time box, it should be a day of celebrating getting stuff done, what got done, and then doing the retrospective. It's not a day of like working your tail off or all like a nut, right? It's that transition deep because you got stuff done, fix a couple things, take it easy, relax, and then you get ready for the next day, prep for the sprint planning day, which is again an all-day event where you talk and you're really not coding, you're not trying to push things through. You're taking it easy, you understand what to do, you work together, and you come up with a plan on how you want to attack. So that's where that relates from the polo match with the horses and how they ran with Scrum and Agile. That's what I saw yesterday. Camping was fun. Had a good time. Lots of stars out because it got really cold. It was about 37 degrees, so which is only 5 degrees above freezing. So it got really cold up there. But everybody was out camping. Beautiful night to star watch. It was fun. It was fun getting out of the city. That was a good time. So we woke up early. I can't wait to go to bed because that ground was hard. Because we had a visitor camping with us. They slept in a big tent, and Eddie and I slept in a little backpacking camp tent, which I haven't used in a long time. I don't think I've used it since Eddie was a little baby. So probably at least 5-6 years, something like that. Because I think Isabel and I camped in it one time. Wanted to see if she was interested in camping. And it's been a while. But it was fun. It was a good time. So camping was good, Edwin. We had fun. Now, the other thing I want to talk about from another trip when we went on vacation was Waterfall and the waterfalls and lakes and watching. I should post them up too. Some beautiful how the rivers have cut out during the ice ages. These gorges and everything and layer by layer. So I should share them too. I'll share them on YouTube and also share them on LinkedIn. One of the things made me realize, I was thinking about it the other day because all the storms and all that, and how waterfall organizations don't change unless something drastic happens. And we're talking about remote, and we're doing the remote and everything. This technology for all this remote work has been around for years. I've been traveling, working remote 14 years. I don't know what 2000 really was really remote, probably about 2006. So 2000, so 20 years. We've been this remote thing for 20 years, and now some places weren't really into it, and you had to come to the office. And I see those as real waterfall organizations that don't change unless there is a drastic change, and then they'll shift. We're an agile company. They're always looking to shift. They're always looking for that angle to make things quicker and better and produce more value for their customer without spending a lot of money, right? But in the waterfall organizations, it's very methodical, and it'll take years. And if they don't have a drastic change coming in to make them change, they won't change. These waterfall organizations will not change unless someone does a catalyst, like a big giant storm. So in the case of a river, that river will meander through the waterways for thousands of years, hundreds of years, and never change until there's a massive storm that comes through and kind of changes the way the water path goes. So in a waterfall, it ain't going to change unless there's some drastic external force. And I was thinking about that with COVID and how a lot of people are working remotely and how we're doing things a little bit differently. Could have kept doing the same thing forever. It would never have changed until this event. So even the Agile classes and the teachers, it's interesting to watch them. And I'll get there too when I start teaching remotely and do a combination. I still like the in-person, but I'll do the remote too, because there's avenues and people that can't do the in-class. And why should we not allow them to take the class if they can't do it in class? It'll save their money on hotel, I'll tell you that for sure. So just two things from a couple trips recently. Watching the ponies, doing the polo, where they would rest at the end of each sprint and change out ponies and then use another set of horses. And then again with the waterfalls and watching how long a waterfall organization takes to change, and it doesn't really change unless something drastically comes in and changes it. So that's the difference between a waterfall and Agile. All right, Edwin. Hey, man. You have a good afternoon on that Monday. I'm going to say hello in the comments. Hello, Edwin. Happy Monday. That'll be ours tomorrow. And I'm going to do some PI stuff next week. Happy Monday. Share that with you. I know there was a person who commented they like your show, which made my weekend. And she asked about doing more safe stuff. So I will share some safe stuff. I have to lay out some things how I want to share that with you and how I would do that without sharing too much, but sharing how I do it, what I do. That's very generic for any kind of system. So with that, thumbs up. Give us a thumbs up. It's late in the evening. It's mid-afternoon over there on the other side of the planet. Ring the bell when we do some video drops, and I will drop videos on the Polo Tournament in case no one's ever seen it. I just love watching these 2,000-pound, or I don't know how big these horses are, just shooting. They're thoroughbreds, right? And then maybe some waterfall pictures from some of our trips we did, and we got away and had some fun with family and friends. All right, take care. Enjoy your evening if you're still awake, and enjoy your new day. All right, take care. Just drop the mouse. Bye. See you, and see you. Bye.